Do you think time wealth is only for the super rich? Well, let's go ahead and talk about it today on the Landlord Coach Daily Show. Let's get it started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Landlord Coach Daily Show. That's right. Due to popular demand, we've got Kiera back.
Hey,
You've got so many fans already, way more fans than me.
I know. I think I made your show.
I'm positive of that. Yeah.
Super.
So, yeah, it's good. Those of you who are, if you're new to the Landlord Coach Daily Show, in addition to the other two people that are not relatives that watch this show, this is the Landlord Coach Daily Show where we talk about stuff that is pretty much meaningless to most people, with the exception of people who maybe want to value their time. Probably that is kind of the theme today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I like my time. I like my own time.
Exactly. So we're talking about time wealth only for the super rich today. So before we get going, I'm just going to show this real fast. If you are interested in a free download, landlordcoach.com/5 mistakes. You can get a free download there. How was your weekend, Kiera?
It was pretty good. It was kind of annoying because I had to work, but got to do what you got to do, make money.
That's right. That's right. So would you not classify yourself among the super rich then?
No, not at all.
Not if you work for me. I totally get that.
I was going to say, do you know who my boss is?
I absolutely do. And I've seen what he drives, and I know that he's that. Yeah.
I mean, on the contrary, I do drive a better car than him. So
that is so sad and true. I will tell you this. I hate buying cars. That is one of the things. Like, I appreciate a nice car. Literally, it is the most exhausting thing for me.
Yeah, I don't actually buy my own cars. My dad helps me because, I'm like an adult, but.
I need your dad to help me buy a car then, because it's actually very sad. I think I've got not only you have a nicer car, you have a car that's like at least like 5 or 6 years older.
Probably.
or newer rather. Mine is like 5 or 6 years older.
Right, I got what you were saying.
Yeah, it was because at the end I had a Ford Expedition, loved it, paid cash for it, and it was a used vehicle. I don't like being in debt. For people who watch or anybody who knows me knows I hate being in debt. So certainly car debt. And so I paid, I don't know, $4 or $5 grand for this Expedition, and I had to put a couple thousand into it. But it was super great shape, reliable, and then it just went to the happy hunting ground. Wasn't worth fixing. So I was like, well, I had my pick of maintenance vehicles to drive around, and so I wound up driving this crap, fabulous HHR, which has not been a bad car.
Yeah, a little ghetto fabulous with it.
That car, it's amazing. That car's got like 300,000 miles on it, and I don't know. I just don't. It's like I'm almost giving up by going and getting something. I just don't want to.
Not going to work for you.
So now that we're wasting everybody's time and both of the viewers that have watched this today, we're talking about time wealth, and is it only for the super rich, right? So back when I got started in the landlording business, right, I was working 2 part-time jobs. I was a full-time job and a part-time job. I worked full-time at a bank. I was a customer service rep, and I worked at a hotel. I was working overnights doing the night audit, and I was going to school full-time, and I had about a half dozen rental properties at that point in time. I think I picked up right around I picked up right at a dozen by the time I graduated. And it was interesting because those jobs that I was working the 2 jobs, and both of those jobs was paying around $7 to $8 an hour at that time. This was back in the 1800s when I first got started. So when I was doing this, it was funny because I was still doing all of the stuff that was involved with that business, right? I mean, for a lot of people who watch this show, both of the people who watch this show, are private landlords or mom and pop landlords. They're the individual, they're a couple, they've got a couple kids, they want to buy more properties, but they're the ones doing all the stuff, right? They're the ones doing all the doing. They're doing the leasing and the showing and the cleaning and the painting. And, when I was doing everything, and I was still doing this stuff that I could still hire someone else to do for, $6, $8, $10 an hour at the time. Yet all I had done was created a $6, $8, $10 job, $10 an hour job for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not value any of my time. I mean, it was awful.
I mean, how did you even have time to think after all of that? I have like a similar situation because, I work here at the management company for leasing. I work here for Landlord Coach. And then just for some extra money, I also, work at a bar at night. And I seem to have not very much time for my own self and my family. And, so I let that go. I'm like, I'm going to hire a cleaning lady. I'm going to get all of that taken care of so then I can have some time for my own self. Because if not, then I'm just going to be working around the clock. If it's not at my own house, then it's, at one of my various jobs. As you say, I have 17 jobs. So.
Yeah. You're like, it's like they're the, I'm just amazed at how much time you spend actually going out and hustling. But the funny thing is that, granted, you roll in your basically your baby Bentley, but never mind, come on. I'm like rolling in a Vespa and you're, so when you're valuing your time, which is funny because you don't want to come home and start, cleaning. And you even get your own groceries delivered, don't you?
Yes, because I'm not trying to go to the store. I only have so much time.
Right.
After I'm done working. So I'm not going to spend that time doing things that I don't want to do because that's kind of the reason why I obviously work.
Yeah. And because you value your time, I used to do this. This was pre-Jennifer days, pre-bride days. But when
not a good time.
What's that?
You said that was probably not a good time.
It was not. No.
I don't know. How can you live without her?
Yeah, I'm not sure I lived well without her. But during those times, I did have a cleaning lady come in, and she would just, I didn't mind doing certain things, right? Like I didn't mind cleaning my clothes. I just didn't like folding them. Biggest waste of my time. I couldn't stand folding laundry. I didn't mind cleaning dishes. I just didn't want to put them away. So as a result, none of that stuff would ever happen. So as a result, I hired that person to say, hey, look, here's what I need you to do. I need you to do this, this, and this. And they're like, okay. And, clean the bathrooms and stuff like that. But which again, I didn't mind doing that stuff, but I wanted to value my time. And, bringing this, of course, back full circle into, the people who are watching the show for, who are doing all of that stuff, especially when they first get started in the rental business. They're doing all this stuff for, they think they're doing it all for their family, but what they're doing is they're forgetting that time doesn't replenish, money does. Money replenishes, time doesn't. And you can, and the ultra wealthy are out there buying back their time, right? And, I know because when you're not working, you're spending time, you're chilling, watching your murder shows, right? You're out spending time with family, right?
Yes, family is most important for sure. So I spend a lot of time with them, but sometimes you need a break from your family. So I'm pretty excited about our Atlanta trip because I haven't really done much besides, the family and work thing and hire other people to do my stuff because I'm not trying to do that. But sometimes you need a break from your family.
You know what? That actually segues very nicely into our most ridiculous item of the day. Are you ready to kick this off?
I'm ready.
All right, let's drop the needle. The most ridiculous item of the day.
So ridiculous.
That's right. This is the most ridiculous item of the day. And I'm not even sure what to think of this. And at first I didn't think it was true, but an Italian man got into an argument with his bride and went on a walk to cool off. Okay. You follow me there, Kira?
Yep.
Okay. He went on a walk, and the police, now this was in Italy, and they have lockdown restrictions in Italy because of the COVID virus, the COVID restrictions. And he went on a walk. They fined him for about $400 for being out after the restrictions. When they asked him where he lived, because they, hey, you can't be out, you need to be home. Well, when they asked him where he lived, he was talking about a town that was 280 miles away. And he said they were trying to put this all together. They said, wait a minute, that town is 280 miles away. How could you possibly, how could you tell me that you're, there? He got into a fight with his wife and went on a 280-mile walk to cool off.
So he walked the whole way?
So apparently, I'm just wondering how pissed you have to be. I mean, first of all, you got to be pretty time wealthy, number one.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, what?
Yeah, you got to be pretty. Not only you have to be pretty time wealthy, but how mad? What did that woman do to this man?
I can't even begin to understand.
Have you ever been that mad?
Well,
other than today, where you almost walked out today.
Where I work here. Sometimes it causes me to get that mad, but I don't think that I would ever just walk. I think I would be like, no, I'll Uber.
I think you would make someone else walk.
Yeah. It's either that or I would just Uber away.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were that mad at a utility company, which we will not name, but you were that mad at a utility company this week, or no, last week.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was like a night.
My time. They did not value my time at all.
Well, they had you on a 90-minute hold, so that was interesting. But yeah, so this man he went on a 280-mile walk to the coast to cool off. He was gone for an entire week. And the police verified that this was the truth, because his wife had filed a missing persons report after 2 days.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
What? I didn't really think that when I said leave, I didn't mean leave town.
Yeah. So evidently this man, not only did he have time to value, where he could walk and be pissed for his wife for an entire week and walk 280 miles, which I don't even know what the math is on that per day, but I don't know. It's pretty good. Like 40 miles a day, this guy's walking. But he said that he got fed by people along the way. And I mean, I'm not sure how, this is in Italy, so it's like a walking spaghetti wrap. I don't know how that works, but yeah.
It was like spaghetti in a cup.
Yeah, like a walking taco, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe that's what they do. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know that I've ever been that mad to want to walk 280 miles.
No, I would like to have him on the show.
He's very busy. He's booked up, and he's walking. I'm not sure. I mean, although I wouldn't want to make him mad, because I mean, he might just walk out.
Just walk away. Yeah, he wouldn't care.
Yeah,
he could Forrest Gump out.
Luigi Gump out of Italy. Well, we should probably wrap this up for both of our viewers that are watching this. If there's anybody still there. That's great. Hi to all my family that's watching this. But if you would like to get a free download, which is landlordcoach.com/5 mistakes, not only to help you value your time and place a value on your time, but also to help walk through some of the more critical mistakes that I know I made when I was an investor early on. And that was that was definitely one of those things that I had to avoid. For those of you who might be interested in property management software, especially if it's designed for the mom and pop investor, you can go ahead and head over to rentaware.com. And they have a fantastic platform. It is designed specifically for the mom and pop landlord, so you don't have to have all of the fluff that you don't necessarily need. And they're working on a platform where you get your payment that day. So if someone wants to come pay rent, they click a button and they're working on it. I don't want to let the kitty out of the burlap too far, but it is, but yeah, rentaware.com. It's pretty cool software. I've seen it. I know the guy who created it and is involved with it. He's a good dude, and it is great software. So shall we wrap this up with a quote?
I think so.
Okay, let's do this. All we have to decide is what to do with the time given us. J.R.R. Tolkien, and I think he's the Five Rings guy, or the oh, for crying out loud, I won't remember. He's an author. We'll go with that. Now that I've ruined it, we'll take it down. We'll pretend this never happened. All right. Well, it is good to see everybody. Thanks for joining us. If you don't place a value on your free time, someone else will. But most important, there is no amount of money that will make time irrelevant. Have an awesome day, and we will see you next time. Take good care.